Hello friends, I am Dr. Praveena Shetty. I have done my masters in the Yoga Shastra. I have also done my PhD in the Yoga Shastra, and the topic of my thesis was appreciation of and insight into Patanjali's Yoga Sutras through structures and games. It is a very unique topic, understanding the Yoga Sutras through structures and games. As you all know friends, the Yoga Sutras have 195 verses and it speaks about the mind. It says about how we should tame our mind. In today's day, when most of the diseases, in fact more than 90% of the diseases are psychosomatic in nature, we must know the mind, isn't it? What best than to go back to our old roots, to go back to the texts. Now, Yoga Sutras are written in Sanskrit and they are also philosophical in nature, and they are written in sutra format. Sutras are basically terse way of writing anything. Because of its philosophical nature, because of its nature written in Sanskrit, and also because it is written in sutra format, many of us don't know about it. And we have actually lost out on a very good book on tips and tricks about how to tame our mind. I would like you all to have a quick look at this Yoga Sutra by way of a game. Now, basically the Yoga Sutras are divided into 4 chapters. The first chapter is called as Samadhi Path, the second is called as Sadhana Path, the third is called as Vibhuti Path, and the fourth is called as Kaivalya Path. The first 2 chapters are very important to know to a layman, because many of the tips and tricks of yoga are given in the first and the second chapter. The different samadhis, the obstacles, the Kriya Yoga concept, the concept of vrittis, the concept of kleshas, the concept of raga dvesha, that is attachment and aversion, the concept of detachment, the concept of Kriya Yoga, the concept of austerity, surrender, the self-development, the concept of yamas, niyamas, the concept of Ashtanga. All this is dealt in the 2 chapters, the first 2 chapters, that is the Samadhi Path and the Sadhana Path. So, I thought why not bring about a game so that we can understand the essence of yoga, especially the first and the second chapter. So, I have brought you this course which is in the format of a game. The game is called as the snake and the arrow game. The snake, all the concepts that take you downwards, and the arrow, all the concepts in the Yoga Sutras, especially the first and the second chapter, that is helpful to take you up in the spiritual progress, is in the format of the arrows. It is like a snake and ladder game with all its rules and regulations, but all the contents are focused on the Yoga Sutras. Now friends, if this course was brought to you in form of a lecture, then again you dwell upon the sutra, the philosophical nature of it and the Sanskrit part of it. But when we take it in the form of game, it becomes much more understandable at a very significant level, and also we become a little relaxed when we are learning it through a game, isn't it? When we are learning in the form of a lecture, we are more tight, and we are always tapping into the memory and seeing if the person who is giving the lecture got it right, or whether we know it beforehand, whether they are doing justice to what they are speaking, etc., etc. So, we are always tapping into the memory, and when we tap into the memory, what we do is we are not in the now, we are either in the past, and or we are judging it, thinking it's no good to us in the future, etc., etc. But when we are playing a game, at that time we are in the now, we are all focused in the now, and we get better insights when we are playing the game. We understand our ego, we understand our sporting nature, we understand our attachments, we understand our aversions, we understand our wrong knowledge, etc. We know our personality when we play a game. So, this is in a way understanding our own personality while playing the game. Yoga Sutra help us understand ourselves better. So, this program or this Yoga Sutra is basically brought to you in form of a game. It is a fun way to know the game. It is a fun way to understand the evolution of Sankhya. It is a fun way how we have to do evolution to get into the category of Kaivalya, the goal of yoga. Most of us understand yoga as only asanas and pranayam, but the Yoga Sutras, the yoga philosophy tells us that it is more than asanas and pranayam. More than 90% of the Yoga Sutra is how to deal with the mind, and through game it is a fun way to learn the Yoga Sutras without losing the grip on the Yoga Sutras, the essence of it. So, my dear friends, I welcome you to play this game, the game of life, the game to know the mind. Let this be a game changer for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you playing the game.